Intelligence pervades nature. From bacteria to human societies, living systems process information and organize matter and energy in order to flourish. How can we understand and learn from living nature's wisdom? What can she teach us? Consider slime mold. When starved, these single cells emit a signal, gather several 100,000 strong to make an organism, a complex slug. It can sense and crawl to warmth and light. There, cells sacrifice themselves to make a stalk and scatter spores to seek new food. Social insects, such as wasps and ants, cooperate without a leader to assemble complex nests and colonies. These sophisticated structures serve to regulate internal temperature, exchange of oxygen and CO2, and they protect the nest from predators. The cells of embryos cooperate without a leader to divide and move, to differentiate and change their shapes, making complex hierarchic structures. Tissues flow around and through, stretch and fold to make our bodies, each a world, 100 trillion cooperating cells. The 100 billion neurons of our brain self-organize to make a complex web, a hierarchic structure that supports our actions, thoughts, emotions, consciousness. Neurons find their way to near and distant destinations in a dense but detailed network, following chemical signposts, reaching distant limbs to make connections. How can we understand such complex systems and in time apply our knowledge to assemble brain-scale artificial neural networks? For they'll be much too dense and complicated for any outside agents to construct. They must self-organize. We must design self-organizing processes that scale to millions, billions, even trillions of independently acting physical agents. Therefore, our approach depends upon the behavior of virtually continuous masses of agents, a kind of artificial active tissue. Such means will be required to achieve the full potential of nanotechnology. How else can we assemble complex objects structured from the nanoscale on up? How else construct dense neural networks, compact power systems, artificial muscles, intricate senses for future autonomous robots? Biologists tell us that just a small number of morphogenetical processes seem to account for embryological growth and development. To mimic these with artificial agents is our goal, to self-assemble robots or other structured artificial systems. Microagents follow physical signals, and in moving, they reshape the substrate, the space where agents and their signals flow. Thus, information processes reshape the medium that supports these processes, inseparable from their material embodiment. To meet this long-range goal, we've been exploring artificial morphogenesis, which uses bio-inspired processes so simple agents can self-organize by stretching, pushing, pulling, moving en masse, assembling complex hierarchic structures. This works in nature. We can learn from her. Nature also shows us the solution to a pressing problem, the end of Moore's law, which doubles computer capacity every few years. So physics and computing must become much more alike, conjoined in new ideas of information and its processing, notions built on matter's properties. A new approach in recent work in robots, cognitive science, and AI, with insights from phenomenology and roots in James and Dewey's pragmatism, the theory of embodied cognition explains how even simple agents can behave with competence in a rich and complex world. Embodiment lies in essential interactions blending information into physics. Therefore, in embodied computation, information processes exploit the physics and have physical effects, both on the system's physical surroundings and on itself, remaking its own structure. Single cells, the smallest living systems, show us embodied computing in action. For single allosteric proteins act like microscopic agents that can make decisions based on their environments and thereby change their shapes and energies. And so embodied computations change the physical structure of cells and organisms. Embodied computation can help solve the so-called hard problem of consciousness, how it relates to physical processes. For a neural reduction of conscious awareness leads to the concept of proto-phenomena, elementary components of conscious experience correlating with simple neural processes. Australian philosopher David Chalmers has claimed that proto-phenomena are associated with any physical information space, with any material decision-making system whose decisions make a difference. They're conscious in the customary sense if masses of proto-phenomena interact coherently to make a conscious state. Are there essential differences between the physical information spaces found in us and those that we might make in robots? Answering this question would inform us whether conscious robots might someday be made, but also deepen and enrich our understanding of our own embodied minds. Social robotics attempts to design friendly, cooperative helpers that grasp our desires. Might robots someday have feelings, true feelings, or will they always only react? Emotions arise in part from body states, adrenaline, a quickened pulse, a blush. So robots too might feel emotions sensed in very different bodies from our own. The lesson nature teaches us is clear. Mind and matter cannot be divided. By embodied information theory, we'll develop new technologies, but also better know our own nature as sentient embodied beings. Thank you.